Fact or fiction? Bloodletting used to be a beauty regimen.
This is fiction.
Yeah, this is fiction.
I just don't know what bloodletting is.
It's time for another Fact or Fiction, and today we're talking about makeup. My name is Deirdre Gormley. People call me Dr. D. I am a cosmetic chemist. I think we have a fun group of people. I'm excited to hear what people think. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
So are we ready to get started?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll probably get, over 50% right.
I'm a little bit worried I'm gonna walk to the wrong side and be the only one that gets it wrong.
I think I will do pretty well in the challenge. I have a background in science.
My job right now is working for a website that just does only makeup content. I think I'm gonna do well.
Love makeup because just growing up, I've always been an artist, and you can, kind of use it as a creative facet.
I'll be reading statements today. If you believe it's fact, stand to my right. If you believe it's fiction, stand to my left. Getting more information out there is obviously the goal, just educating people one at a time. The first statement is, you don't need to wear sunscreen if you're wearing makeup. I don't see anyone over here, so we'll talk over here. Why do you think it's fiction?
The sun is so damaging with all of the different types of rays and things that you have to make sure that you're protected.
Although some foundations and concealers have an SPF in them, it's not enough, and that SPF does wear off.
That's correct. So we can all agree that we need to check for SPF on our labels, and if it doesn't have it, we need to add SPF to our regime. You have to read the label, you have to reapply to ensure that you have the appropriate sun protection factor on your face.
I try to wear sunscreen every day. I always carry it with me in my backpack.
It's impossible for Black people to find something that has SPF in it that won't make you look ashy or gray cast. I don't know if people are necessarily creating their products with Black people in mind.
Number 2, bloodletting used to be a beauty regimen.
That's where they put leeches on you.
Or they just makes your blood
I just don't know what bloodletting is.
I don't we just have
Well, now I kind of want to just be the devil's advocate and go on the other side.
Does anyone know what bloodletting is?
Isn't that where they put leeches on your skin or something like that?
We can do that. We can also just give blood and become whiter. It is seen in many cultures as beautiful to be pale. However, we all have different pigments in our skin. Therefore, pigment is beautiful too. It's kind of the opposite of sun-kissed. So we don't recommend bloodletting, but it was something that was done.
There's no way that this is sanitary or healthy.
Our next statement is, hypoallergenic products are always safer than non-hypoallergenic alternatives.
The only thing that makes me question not wanting to go over there is what chemicals are in it that make it hypoallergenic, and is that bad for you?
There's a lot of labels that are used in beauty products that actually don't necessarily mean anything. They're just buzzwords.
So the answer to this question is, it is fiction. Everybody's different. Everybody's skin is different. What works for you might not work for someone else. When something is labeled as hypoallergenic, it's basically saying that there are no allergens in that product. We have our microbiome, our skins all react differently to different products.
Firstly, it's had the word always in it, and my daddy taught me nothing is always true. You can just say any old thing, and if it's a buzzword, people will buy it and they'll believe.
When things are labeled hypoallergenic, it's kind of you're hypoallergenic until proven non-hypoallergenic. I don't think blanket statements are ever a good idea.
When it comes to makeup, vegan and cruelty-free mean the same thing. Fact or fiction?
I should know this because I'm vegan.
So everybody got it right.
Yay, us!
When it comes to makeup, vegan is said when something does not contain animal byproduct. Something that's cruelty-free is not tested on animals.
I'm trying to be more vegan friendly and more sustainable, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're the same thing.
It can be vegan, but still also be tested on animals. That's messed up.
The next statement is, some ingredients in makeup may be the product of child labor. Everybody's correct. We're buying mica and we're using it. We're told it's natural, but we really don't know where it's coming from. It's awareness, and it's everybody getting involved to try to understand why this is happening, how we can help, and maybe make a change in what's going on.
Definitely, I think child labor is one of the things that has caught my attention, especially in the cosmetic industry.
The next statement is some cosmetics contain the same ingredients as electronics. Is this a fact or a fiction?
This is fact.
Examples of why this is true?
The earth is so full of different like materials and minerals that it doesn't surprise me that like something in electronics could be present in makeup as well.
Mica is a unique element, or it's a mineral, that we can actually cut in different ways to refract colors. So it's commonly used in the semiconductor and electronics industry as well. Water is another example. We use it as a base in many cosmetics. It's also a very powerful conductor of electricity.
That was a very interesting tidbit that I found out, that mica doesn't conduct electricity, but I was assuming there was some type of metal. Is mica a metal? It's a mineral. Learned 2 things today.
Our next statement is, if a makeup product is for sale at a store, it must be safe. Fact or fiction?
100% a lie.
All right, you're making my job easy. The FDA doesn't regulate every cosmetic product that's out there. It regulates things like over-the-counter drugs, pharmaceuticals, things like that. The cosmetics industry is actually self-regulated. If you're walking through a store and you're trying to figure out what cosmetic brand to buy, it's really hard. You can't tell by just looking at the label. You can reach out to the company via their website. You can look for data, try to get that information on safety and testing and things that they have done to ensure that their product is safe.
Just because makeup is sold in a big department store doesn't mean that it's completely safe.
I think that education is a huge thing that needs to happen within the cosmetic industry.
The next statement is, makeup used to be considered immoral. Fact or fiction?
For ages and years, like, it's always been looked at as a good thing.
Some people do think it's immoral, but you know, obviously all of us here, we're the ones who are the pioneers and the ones who are here for it.
He's wearing makeup today.
Oh, right now.
At the turn of the 20th century, beauty salons were considered to be like brothels. There are pioneers in our industry that, you know, showed women cosmetics are not a bad thing. Helena Rubinstein actually gave makeup to suffragettes as a sign of resistance.
I just always thought like makeup has really never been immortal to us. It's always been a luxury.
I've encountered people that for some reason do think that it is immoral, or that it may be like something that can give you a reason to judge another person, when really I think the idea and the whole aspect of like beauty and makeup behind the cosmetic industry is like we want for everyone to embrace it.
You're living your best life does not affect me from living my best life. And I think that's just a very big note that people need to take.
Our final statement of the day: since the FDA barely regulates the cosmetics industry, there is no such thing as ethical makeup.
I'm a glass half full kind of gay. I like to think that, you know, they mean what they're saying.
I just have trust issues.
We have someone on the move?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say
All
2
right.
people on the move.
Let's go.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to come in.
We have trust
Okay.
issues.
Yeah.
I don't know if the channels necessarily exist that you can be 100% ethical even if you wanted to.
When we hire somebody to work in our company, we dig into the details of that person, their background, and you know who they are and where they've been and what they stand for. Why wouldn't we do the same thing with our cosmetics? I think we've kind of all realized that it is a fiction, it is a fact. You know, we're only as good as the information that we have, and as long as there are some ethical people out there, we'll push the good into the industry. It's very easy to do through documentation, through testing, and just honest communication.
Ethicality is based off of the society you live in. What may have been ethical in the 30s may not mean ethical now.
We're all trying to push forward into more ethical and sustainable beauty, just like we're trying to push towards more ethical and sustainable practices for life.
Thank you for being here. We appreciate everyone's honesty and excitement for cosmetics and the cosmetics industry. It was great to have you. Thank you for watching Refinery29. To watch more videos, click here, and to subscribe, click here.